Hi, I'm Dr. J.J. Anthonias here to talk to you about our personal injury services here at Complete Family Healthcare. It is now June 5th, 2020. We are coming back from a pandemic of horrific nature, and as we are now back to full strength with all of our staff back, servicing patients 5 days a week between myself, Dr. J.J. Anthonias, and my associate, Dr. Jared Wise. We are able to provide the types of services we used to, but after going through this experience and having some time to reflect and improve things, we feel that we have a lot more to offer than the average personal injury clinic that is out there for people here in Alpharetta, Roswell, Cumming area. Let me start by saying that I've been in business for 15 years here in the Northwinds Business Park off of Haynes Bridge in Alpharetta, Georgia. I've been doing different types of care for different types of patients, but personal injury, people that have been in injuries from auto accidents or other types of injuries due to slip and falls or other things, these are new to me over the last 10 years. I would say over the last 5 years, we've really increased that type of business and that type of case because there's just been so many more people. We've seen so many people over the years, and they end up getting in these types of things. All that being said, we've established quite a bit of relationships with a lot of different attorneys, orthopedic doctors, other medical facilities, and imaging facilities throughout the area to be able to provide the type of care, comprehensive care, that personal injury patients need when they're involved in an auto accident. It's important when you are in an accident that you don't just assume that going to a chiropractor is the only service that's available or should ever be used. You need to make sure that everything, all anatomy, every piece of area from the car damage to the human body, to the muscles, to the joints, to the nerves, to all different imaging that needs to be taken care of is satisfied so that you are 100% back to whole after going through an injury and not having to say that ever since that injury I've had problems with this and that. This is something that is very important and needs to be taken seriously. And when you're dealing with treatment for personal injury, it needs to be a comprehensive approach. Going forward, it's important that when you pick a provider for personal injury, whether or not you just go to whoever your attorney tells you to go to, or you just go to the first person that you can look up in the internet, it's not the phone book anymore, in the internet, and you look at the address, and if that works, it's great. It's really important during this time of an injury or a case that you pick somebody that you can trust. I want you to know that in personal injury, we treat our patients that go through these auto accidents the same as any patient that was paying out of pocket for self-pay reasons, for injuries not sustained in auto accidents, for people that are filing health insurance, for kids, for pregnancy, for elders and Medicare. We treat everybody the same regarding the types of recommendations we make based on the progress. Let me further explain. It's unfortunate that the standard that we most see in personal injury is that when receiving chiropractic care, which is very important in an auto accident, that you go to that chiropractor 3 times a week for 6 weeks, and then 2 times a week, and then all of a sudden you're just done, because somehow it is established that when you go that many times, you can just stop going and you're going to be fine and you're fully considered at maximum medical improvement. Well, that's not how we handle things. We realize that people improve, and they should improve with each visit, and so their frequency should change just like they would if they were a self-pay patient or a health insurance patient. And so before we release the patient, we want to make sure that patient can legitimately sustain health and not an aggravated flare-up of the injury after at least 10 to 14 days time. When that goal is achieved, we feel like we've done a good job. And the interesting thing about our personal injury is that our statistics will show that 2 out of every 3 personal injury patients, maybe 4 out of every 5, they end up coming back and calling back for future treatment, whether it's outside of that accident case that we originally saw them for, or if they were in another auto accident. But the point is that unlike most personal injury providers and options out there, we satisfy the patients that they actually come back on their own free will after their cases, and that should speak volumes, not just for people that are considering us for treatment, but also possibly attorneys or primary care providers looking for a trustworthy, high quality personal injury chiropractor.